Alright, man. So last weigh in of May. Last week we weighed in at 242. Today, let's see. Damn. Alright, so this is how I'm able to keep track of everything, right? So I got this board, got my yearly, monthly, weekly standards, and then we go to daily. So every day last week, only won one day, as you can see. So winning day looks like me hitting all of my, daily power list deliverables as well as my standards, right? And then if we look at a day where we didn't win, we missing macros, right? We smoking or we drinking, which I think that was smoking, smoking and overweight. This the shit that you can't do, right? But you gotta hold yourself accountable, right? We eat too much fucking food. You gotta hold yourself accountable, man. But it's crazy because when you see it, it makes it that much more clear, right? It makes it that much more real what you fucked up on. So you gotta fix it. You gotta do what you gotta do in order to get the results you want. All right, man. What's good, family? So I'm recording this. It's Wednesday. Just weighed in a little bit earlier this morning, man. A little down just because I knew it, right? I knew I was gonna be heavy. I knew that this was gonna turn out the way it did, right? Because of the choices that I made last week. As I showed in the video, just a little bit of, kind of my setup and how I keep myself accountable every single day. I already knew, right? My power list showed me that last week I only won one day. So that directly correlates with me being heavier, right? Not getting my diet, right? Not sticking to my diet plan, not doing those things. So I just want to take you guys with me throughout the day today. A little bit what I'm eating, what I'm doing, keeping myself accountable. And then, this is not only that I'm posting this, but I'm gonna have this forever. So, it's just documenting to myself, letting myself know, what it is to it. Quick physique check. Let's go. Physique. As you can see, we got some eggs boiling. So we got our typical, well, I ain't gonna say usual, but 6 boiled eggs. So we eat mostly pretty much every morning, right? Along with protein shake. So I'm not gonna do the protein shake right now because I'm gonna go get these steps in. Today is an off day from the gym. I need to get a haircut like a mom. But yeah, man, so we'll see y'all throughout the day. And then I don't know what else I'm gonna add into this. So it will see y'all throughout the day. Alright, what's good, family? K-Mo's Fit Channel back with another video. So this video, man, was supposed to be scheduled last night, right? And as May comes to an end, today is currently May the 28th. So I was supposed to record this yesterday, Wednesday, the 27th, because yesterday was my weigh-in, man, and it was the last weigh-in of May. And, I started the month of May at, I want to say, around 235 pounds, maybe even smaller than that. I'll have to see. But I started the beginning of May 6, 241.8, right? And, here it is. Well, yesterday was May 27th, and I weighed in at 246.9, right? So 247. And it's like, what the fuck have I been doing this whole month, man? Guess I fucked off some days, fucked off some weeks, but it's like, what do I really want, right? Do I really want my standard to come to fruition, right? Am I self-sabotaging? And like I said, I got videos of me talking about these subjects, but it's like, we have to come to the realization because I had so many excuses this month, man, with leading up to my son going with his mom's, just excuse after excuse, man. But it's like, I want my standards so bad. And it's like, I didn't
I haven't seen that, right? Because originally, as you guys may know, my original standard was to get down to 240 pounds. And it's like ever since getting there, it's like complacent to a certain extent because, you know, I haven't got past that 230 mark, right? I haven't seen lower than 230. I want to say my lowest was like 231.8 or something. But it's like you got to continue to move past the layers in the journey. And it's like we get stuck and we kind of get complacent at certain points because I mean, my physique looking decent now, you know, it's been looking decent, but it can look even better. It should have been looking even better. But it's like, as I reflect back and even with recording this video, you know, I must admit, man, it was shameful, right, to come in and get this recorded because I was going to do it at the park yesterday, but some dude was tripping and it just things wasn't aligned, right? And then I end up coming back to the crib and end up just falling asleep and sleeping the whole night away, right? So it's like, what do I really want, right? Do I really want to see my standards coming to fruition, or do I just want to continue to, you know, just talk about this shit and just be like the next motherfucker on here, just talking and talking and talking, but steady getting worse, not seeing no results, right? So I'm already made the decision, but I'm making the decision here, man. You know, with this being the last way in, it's my son is, you know, with his mom's, even dealing with that, you know, because I went to court earlier today, and that's been on my mind a lot the last couple of weeks, especially with him leaving. It's just like the fact that us as fathers, man, we have to prove to a court that your kid is, you know, good with you. That don't even, you know, make sense to me, right? And it's hard, man. It's hard staying focused because there's so many different distractions. But I wanted to get this video up, man, because it just talks to y'all real life because it's something I'm dealing with. And you guys are on the journey with me because losing 100 pounds is not an easy feat. A lot of people have done it, right? But those mental battles, those struggles with addiction, right? Food addiction being number one, wanting to snack and eat sweets, because the thing that shocks me more and more is I see what people are eating, right? I see what people are ordering in the stores. You see how people are living their lives, man, and it's so unhealthy, right? And it's not surprising that people are dying earlier and earlier, right? I got a call from my dad yesterday saying that, you know, someone from my family had passed, and it's just like everybody has that date, and we speed that up by the choices that we make, right? Do I want to speed up my death date by falling back into my addictions, into, you know, drinking, into smoking, right? Do I want to, you know, put that bullet in my head, right? Do I want to do all the things that might come across your mind, right? That people might think might be good for you, right? Do you really want to do those things, or do you want to become that best version of yourself? Because that's going to require a lot more from you, right? And it might be a lot more that you think you can't give, right? That you don't have within you. But it's there, man. It's like you got to really dig deep though, and it's like, how bad do you want it, right? Do you want the results that you say, right? Because everywhere, all day, I see my standards, man. But it's like, do I really want these standards? Yes. But am I really willing to do what is required? Yes. Right. But with that comes so much uncomfortability, guys. And it's like being uncomfortable for any human, any person, anything. It's unnatural, right? And we want to do things that feel natural to us and that's comfortable for us, man. And it's like, get over it, right? Yeah, here and there, it's going to be slip ups, but you got to get over it, man, because the world's still going to move on, right? The judge is still going to get paid no matter how they, you know, decide to rule on the case, right? My son's still going to get older. Child support still going to want their money. It's like the days and the time still passes, but we still be stuck on that level in our addictions, right? Stuck in our ways, so to speak. And it's like, you really, in order to get a different result, you got to get up out them ways, man. So like I said, this video was supposed to be recorded yesterday, man, But I want to bring, this to y'all and just kind of talk to y'all, man, because reflecting back, I did a lot of that reflecting yesterday, but I'm still reflecting today and just seeing like I could have been at my standard, of 198 pounds shredded. But it's all due to choices, right? It's falling back into that plateau, that comfortable spot in life where, you know, it feels good, right? It feel good to eat that fucking Dairy Queen at 12 o'clock in the morning. It feel good to stay up late strolling and shit. All that shit feel good, man. It feel good to take that shot. It feel good to drink that beer. It feels good. And it's like, what feeling do you want, right? What good do you want out of it? Do you want that good that's gonna come with accomplishing your standards? Or do you want that temporary good that's gonna come with, feeling good, right? Busting a nut from that favorite baddie hub scene, right? Which good do you want? Yeah, you might want the temporary for now, but in the long term, right? That good that's gonna come with your standards, that's achieving something that most people don't, man. Because like I mentioned, most people are in terrible shape, right? Bad built, bodies built bogus. And that's where I was at, 308 pounds, drunk as fuck, drinking every night, not keeping the word to myself. And do I want to go back to that? Because slowly but surely, the weight gonna creep back up. Everything gonna creep back up, right? Especially you fall back into my old habits, you gonna get that old result. So it's like, what am I gonna really do? And I'm recording this for y'all, shooting this. But what are you gonna do, man? It's just a question I've been asking myself. What am I gonna do? Right? I'm already knee deep in this shit. So we're gonna continue on to our standards, man. But we'll see y'all in the next one. If y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, give me on Instagram at KMOSFit. That's KMOSFit. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.